What up, all you Clashers out there? This is Galaxus, and today what we're going to be doing is going over my account. This is activity on my account over the last 30 days or so. So I've been catching a lot of video footage, and I just taken all that stuff and sort of cut stuff out that didn't, wasn't really important, and I put that together into a 3-part series. Now it's pretty long, so I didn't want to make it into one video. It's going to be a 3-part series, and throughout the week I'm going to load those videos up so you guys can get a chance to check it out. But, a little bit different than what I usually do. I'm going to just go over and do some post commentary. So I'm just going to be talking about what was going on at the time and, the way that I felt about it. You can see that right here I was working on Vlad Dracula, trying to get him up to 7 of 10. Last time I showed my account, I had just gotten Vlad. And, I had Orc's Bane. I just rolled him recently, like a couple days before I rolled Vlad. So, and that was a period of time that I went without getting a new legend for like 6 months or something like that. The last thing that I picked up was, I think, a Siren that I went out and purchased, with shards. So I had a little bit of a streak there where I didn't get anything, and that was a little bit of a tough run. But finally I broke that streak and I picked up Vlad Dracula and Orc's Bane. You can see I had him almost ready to bring him to 7 of 10, but didn't quite have enough. So that was sort of like, oh man, I wish I would have grabbed a couple more, but whatever. Went ahead and went out there, picked a couple more Gelatinous Champions up, and bam, got him at 7 of 10. Actually went over a little bit, so I didn't really need the extra one, but whatever. And you can see the work that I put in on this Vlad. I got him up now. He's doing 140% damage. Awesome. So I was really happy to get him there. Still trying to make a choice about the 4 or 5 Revitalize, whether I want to put it on Vlad Dracula or not. You see that I have been working on his inscriptions, got him all, leveled up on his inscriptions. So really had some decisions to make. Now I have 1,500 gems. It looks like I had a talent refresh to do. So, I always love to save a talent refresh card for that. And, I'm going to have to make a decision, it looks like, on the Revitalize. And, that's a tough one because I know that I'm going to eventually want to put a War God on him. And, to put the 4 or 5 Revitalize on him is very questionable. But, it's something that I was toying with at the time. And, that's like, it looks like I'm going to go ahead and put that on hold. I went in and got my roll on. I'm trying to pick up something new here. And, just the same old outcome that we normally, get here. Not really picking up anything good. And so went ahead and went on back in. Got a Crystal Ooze out of that. Picked up an Ice Demon. And then I end up with an Alchemist, a Cyclops, and a Crystal Ooze. So pretty much run of the mill. You spent 1,500 gems, didn't really end up getting anything. And it looks like I was trying to figure out who I was going to go ahead and feed. Now, my Vlad Dracula, I had just leveled him. So I think the idea was, okay, who am I going to start working on now? And, I think that I made a decision to probably work on Orc's Bane. That's the next guy that would be up to go. It looks like I didn't even deal with that. I just decided to go ahead and go in and make the decision. Bam, there you go. Now, I went ahead and put a Revitalize on. I know a lot of people are looking at that like, why did you do that? Well, like I said, I'm not going to, I'm going to keep that until I can get a high level 5 of 8 War God to put on him. And so I threw that on. I wanted to play around a little bit of what it's going to be like with a Revitalized Dracula. Then I roll this, 3 of 8 Life Drain. So it's like, well, 3 of 8 Life Drain Dracula, I've heard that is a really awesome talent to have. A 3 of 8 is really good on Vlad Dracula. And but I know that I just put the 4 or 5 Revitalize on, and I really wasn't thinking about doing that. So I know I do end up making a decision on that, but I don't think I did that right away. So you can see that I got the other 300. Probably end up rolling here. See if I get a good legend. Now I remember that I didn't end up picking up anything out of that. So, I'm not really, wasn't really mad about it, but, was hoping to pick up something new. At the time, though, Vlad Dracula, I had just focused on him, and I do recall I started focusing on Orc's Bane, trying to bring him up. And I got my Orcs Bane, his talent to 6 of 8. So working on that, and looks like this is a little bit out of place here. This is Vlad Dracula going from 6 star to 7 star. So yeah, that might have got a little bit mixed up. That was supposed to be a little bit earlier, but still a big moment for me, bringing Vlad Dracula up. And you know, he at that point is you're starting to be able to see the effects of Vlad Dracula. You know, once you get him up into the 120, 140, 7 or 8 star, because of the fact that, you know, the rest of my guys are already you know, in the 170. So the people that I was attacking really wasn't seeing a lot of a difference with them at the lower level, but starting to get there, starting to see them a little bit more powerful. And looks like I got some stuff that I needed to do here, feeding somebody. Looks like I'm continuing to feed Vlad. So this is actually when I was starting to bring him up from 6 to 7. You can see that we just seen me bring him up from all the way up to 7. So got a little bit of out of place, but that's okay. See, I got a werewolf and a serpent queen on that. I've got my legendary hero card. See what I ended up getting out of that. Got a succubus out of the legendary hero card. A special hero card. Wasn't really too impressed with that. But I think what I wanted to do here is show you guys a little bit of footage of the revitalized Vlad Dracula on raids. Because, you know, I found that he was actually really effective out there on raids. And, you know, look, you can see he's only a level 140, but you see he was able to get his proc off. And it really made a big difference, you know, being able to eat this base up. And so it was all about Vlad Dracula there, being able to show how his proc was taking people out. Now here, looks like I'm going up against another Vlad. I think that's why I caught video of this. Going up against another Vlad and see if my Vlad is going to proc. There's my Vlad. He procced before that other Vlad, and the other Vlad didn't even get an opportunity. So that's what a revitalized you know, Vlad Dracula is going to do for you. Got a high level revitalize on him. It's going to be pretty effective. So here's some video of me grabbing the legendary hero card out of the warehouse, spending my 13,000 merits for that, hoping to pick up something. Got a 1 roll and picked up a marauder. Like, thanks, got a marauder. Check, see what he had, a 1 of 8. You know that's not a keeper, so who's going to be eating him? Probably Orcs Bane, working on Orcs Bane, bringing him up. And see, I'm probably opening up that legendary hero card. Yep, see what I can end up out of that. Always looking to pick up something good out of the legendary hero cards. I get a Thunder God, okay? Thunder God isn't too bad. At least it wasn't a Paladin or something like that. But, you know, I probably was hoping to get an Ares or something, not a Thunder God. But that's okay. Go ahead and check it out. I'm sure I went in to see what this guy had. Maybe it's some type of a beastie talent or something. Hey, a 3 of 8 Berserk. So I was pretty happy with that, I'm sure. Went ahead and locked that up real quick. Now here I am. I've got a couple more gems together. So it looks like I've been saving for a few days. And look at that, 80,000. My might, I just reached King. Awesome. I remember that day. The feeling was like, man, I finally reached it. And you know, King used to be, 80,000 used to be the end. That was the end game. Look at that, man. A bulwark, level 2 bulwark from 2 level 2 scourges. That was awesome. That must be why I threw that in there. But yeah, you know, once you reached 80, that was pretty much it. So that was end game right there. Now, you know, much further now. But oh, here we are with another legendary hero card. So it looks like a little bit of time has passed. I got my grind on, got as many of those you know, merits that I could to be able to pick it up. And yep, I got the 300 too, so got a 300 talent refresh. Got legendary hero card. Got a few things stacked up. I was probably feeling pretty good right now, like things are gonna maybe go my way. I'm not exactly sure what I was doing here, but I think I was trying to figure out what to do to make some more space, because I was at 70 of 70. Starting to run into that wall where you got that problem, and it's like, okay, gonna have to start consuming some legendary heroes, gonna have to start making some space. and get rid of some of these duplicates. So I'm not sure what I did here, but it's probably something. Oh, looks like I gave the life drain to the Thunder God. That's right, because I've seen, life drain Thunder Gods in action, and I figured, hey man, go ahead and throw that on my backup Thunder God and continue to try and roll. We're trying to get something. I got a 5 of 5 Enlighten. Not really what I want for my Dracula. Again, I'm looking for a Bulwark or a War God, but that Enlighten is awesome. I'm not exactly sure who I ended up putting that on, but had 1,200 gems here, so I'm probably going to get in, see if I can get a legendary hero. Now, you guys, I do actually pick up a couple legendary heroes between now and the time that this video was shot. So there's definitely some legendaries picked up here, but I don't know. I'm not going to tell you where exactly it takes place. It's a 3-part series, and you'll see I actually pick up some really good stuff. Wasn't that right there was pretty tricky, but that was a ninja, not what I was looking for. I used my legendary hero card and I picked up a Thunder God. Now wait, is this the same Thunder God from earlier? If it is, then nope. Yeah, I think it might be, guys. No, it wasn't. That was a second Thunder God. Are you serious? I got another Thunder God out of there. So you guys can see I'm picking up multiple Thunder Gods. Not really happy with that. Working on my Orc's Bane. 6 of 10. Got him really close to 7 of 10. He has a 6 of 8 War God. So I am working on him. I'm going to keep on working on him, bringing him up. In this video, looks like I'm about to do a talent refresh, and I'm wondering, did I take care of that 5 of 5 Enlightened or not? I think I already used that. Got a 1 of 8 Sprint sitting there. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so I had to make a decision, and I decided to put it on a backup Immortep because I hadn't rolled a new legend. I was hoping to roll a new legend in between the time that I got that Enlightened, but I never could get anything good. So back on the grind here, still trying to pick up something for my Vlad, and replace that 4 or 5 Revitalized. Didn't end up picking up anything there. I'm gonna roll because I got the 300 gems, and so I'm gonna give it a shot, see if I can pick up a new legend. Got a Gelatinous Champion. Oh my goodness. You hate it when you pick up Gelatinous Champions because you know that that's a purple. It's a legend, but it's not a legendary hero, man. So not really what you're looking for. So it looks like I went ahead and got back in. Of course, I'm going to try again. I get a Crystal Ooze. Okay, so that didn't turn out too great for me. But you can see that I was continuing to work on my Orc's Bane, and that guy's getting stronger and stronger. Looks like I said hell with it. I'm going to go ahead and buy some Gelatinous Champions and go ahead and feed those to Orc's Bane and bring him up right now. I sort of remember that feeling like I am bringing this guy up. I don't want to hear it. I'm not dealing with it anymore. Bring him up, and still fell a little bit short. And we all know the feeling of that. It's like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go grind. Gonna have to figure out a way to come up. And look, I had something to do to alleviate my stress. Had a couple Mesa chests. I think I opened those up, and then I had enough to be able to level them up. So it's awesome being able to have that Orc's Bane up there, and I'm still working on him, still putting work in on him to bring him up to a 7 of 8 and then 8 of 8 War God, making a big difference in gameplay for me. But you can see I went ahead and kept on feeding him, still didn't have enough. Like, oh my goodness, they're trying to mess with me here. Going on out, double checking to see what I have here, and I didn't have enough, but I recalled that I did have these shard packs. So go ahead and get on in there and get those shard packs real quick, and that was going to give me enough, I knew, to be able to bring them up. So got real close, but it's one of those type of situations where you underestimate how much it's going to take, and you have to go back out. You got to go make sure that you got enough. So I think this time what I did is spend every single thing that I had, and that way I knew that I wasn't going to be in a situation where I almost had enough, but not quite. So go ahead and gave that all to him real quick, and that brought him up. So there you go. I had my Oryx Bane at 7 of 10. It was a great feeling to have him there doing 290% damage. Pretty awesome. 6 of 8 War God, so he's doing 45% increased damage. I mean, you know, really, really awesome. Really good having him on my crew. Just been working on him, been working on Dracula, bringing those guys up. You can see my might is now 81,471, so I've been pushing that might up. And you see I have all of these Mesa chests in there that I got to get rid of. Just doing some stuff to clean up the warehouse. Getting in there, getting some of that mana, getting some gold. And, you know, I got all of these Mesa chests that I got to go through. So I think we do that and open up these Mesa chests real quick. And I think I'm going to probably be working on Oryx Bane because I know that I work on him till I get him up to 7 of 10. And just keep on going. I got my Dracula. Then I got him to 7 of 10. So yeah, Oryx Bane is a guy that I focus on. Go ahead and get all of these merits. Getting all of these slime essences and shard packs, and that's just going to really pay off. And you know, I got all these Mesa chests sitting around because I do Mesas with my guys. We all get together and do Mesas right around boss time. So you know, make sure to use those up every day and just stack those up. And you can see, man, I got lots of them. Try and do them all on video just because I like, you know, I know people like to see that. People like to see all those shards. And just check the rewards out that you get from 4. And you know, the purple chest, you can sometimes get legendary hero cards. I haven't gotten one yet, but I got 3 of them right here that I'm going to keep on going through. You can see got the crest refresh. Those are awesome. You pick those up. Got the one more here. Up trying to get me to buy a slot. You know, I'm not trying to do that. Not unless I'm ready to do it. So make sure not to hit that button. But yeah, keep on going through all this stuff, and that's really what it's all about, you guys. It's just really grinding, man. You get in there, you get it done, you pick up all of your rewards, and you know, you can either open them up on the spot, or you can do like I do and just stack them up and, you know, open them all at one time so to get everything going. Look, I got that level 2 scatter out of that. That is awesome. I know I was really stoked because what I've been doing is trying to get some good scatter crest set up so that I can have a good scatter team. And you know, that's something I've been really focusing on for the boss battles. For the Lost Realm boss, Here Be Demons. You know, just really being able to try and get through that and be you know, one of the guys that some of my guys in the crew can rely on to be able to stop those guys and stop them from proccing. So you know, my drop order is you know, something that I'm still working on, trying to figure out the best drop order. But getting a good set of scatter crest is really, really important. So been working on that. And I love it when I open up these crest boxes with the level 2 crests in those, because you can forge those and man, get some awesome stuff. Got a level 2 sprint. Those are sweet. I don't have Ares yet, but you know, when I get him, I'm gonna want to have a good level 2 sprint, level 3 sprint for him to you know, just make the difference. Get him over there and get him to the other side quicker in the arena. But haven't gotten lucky enough to pick Ares up yet. I'm going for him. I'm trying every time, man. I can't get him, but it's okay. I'm sure I'll get him at some point. So you see, I got all of these crystal oozes. Got to figure out what to do and who's going to be eaten. And check it out. I got all of this, all of these crests that are sitting there stacked up. So I go ahead and jump in, do a little bit of forging. And you know, like I said, I do like to use those level 2 crests to forge, but man, it costs 30,000 every time. So it's like they got to pay off. You got to look at that. A bulwark, level 2 bulwark, that is awesome. They got to pay off, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. Because you roll 3 of those, you spent 90,000 blue crystals. So you can, obviously you can't be running around doing that all the time. You got to make sure that you get something good out of it. And there you go. That's sort of what it comes down to. Like you see, picked up really good stuff that time. I think that's why I threw that in there. So I had to clear out some space before I did some rolling. I got over 2,000 gems. I got, you know, uncover the treasure and stuff to do right now. So I think that's what we're about to get into. I'm just trying to get the space cleared up so we can do some rolling. And yeah, there we go. We're about to jump on into rolling now. I can't remember whether I picked up something really good here, but I know I picked up some really good stuff over the last 30 days. So get in there and see what happened. It looks like I was just getting all blues. It's just really frustrating when you're hoping that you turn something around. You've been saving those gems and you just can't score, can't make it happen. So it looks like I broke it up, and then I got a Grizzly Reaper. So that's not too bad. Not too bad at all when you pick up a Grizzly out of a special hero card. Pretty awesome because he's a 6,000 shard hero. So, or is it 7,000? I think it's 7,000 shards for him actually. Yeah, my bad. I'll take that back. A 7,000 shard. That's Atlanta core that's 6,000 shards. So getting back in there, man. Getting blues, and all blues. So, yeah, I was really bummed about that. Like, man, when am I going to come up? When am I going to get something good? And it's just the daily grind. That's what you got to go through. I mean, I have everything. It's all free to play. Everything that I got is pretty much free to play. I spent like $100 on the game over the last couple years, and honestly, I haven't spent any money here recently, probably in the last year or so. This is my backup pumpkin, the 4 or 5 revitalized. He's my backup pumpkin. So here you can see I'm feeding him and trying to get him to 7 of 10, so I can start using him. And I remember I put him in some towers and did all that stuff. Now that was before HBM sweeping. Now they have HBM sweeping, and I'm just sort of running away with that. I mean, that's awesome, man. So I'm using HBM sweeping to do a lot of good stuff, leveling my guys up. But at this point, didn't really have that opportunity. So looks like I'm trying to push my might up. Go ahead and do that, uncover the treasure. See if I can get something good. I've only really gotten a Cupid out of the uncover the treasure. I'm trying for Multanica. Got 10 merits that time, so it didn't turn out. One of these days, I will open up Multanica out of uncover the treasure, and you guys will see it. I'll do it. I'll get it on video, and I'll give you guys a chance to check that out. So that was the first part of this series. Now I'm going to have a couple more videos that I'm going to upload. You'll see I roll some great stuff. I do a lot of good stuff. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and just keep on clashing, guys. Until next time, Galaxus out.